Again with CBS 4 Chief Meteorologist Craig Setzer and the new advisory just in from the National Hurricane Center. Craig.
So guys, actually we're going to wait until 5 o'clock for the new advisory. We do have an update that will be coming here with the latest wind speed and position, but when the 5 o'clock advisory comes in, we'll bring it to you, and that is the one that updates the track, and of course all watching that track very closely. First off, though, we're going to start off with the radar. This is out of San Juan, and you can clearly see, I mean, you just look at it and you can tell that that is a hurricane, and a very powerful hurricane. The eye, complete eye wall around it, the spiral bands. Now, it is moving out of the British Virgin Islands there and parts of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and now starting to lash the coast of Puerto Rico there as it moves to the west. As we zoom in, here's the big deal. This part right here, that video that we showed you off the top, it's that eye wall right there. That's the worst part of the hurricane. That's where winds are over 150 miles an hour with gusts substantially higher than that. This is the part that we in the coming days will be most concerned about coming over the Keys or South Florida. If that misses us, we will be thankful, very, very much so, because this is the destructive part of the hurricane, the part that does the most damage, the part that brings the highest storm surge, and the part that we want to stay away from us. Outside of that, there are hurricane force winds, but these are lower end hurricane force winds, and then there are hurricane force gusts and heavy rain. But the storm is moving pretty quickly, so it'll be periods of brief heavy rain as the storm moves, but not a huge flood event. All right, the 4 o'clock update just came in, so this is the new part of the whole advisory package, the complete package with the new forecast track. That comes in at 5 o'clock or a little bit before. So still very powerful, still winds at 185 miles an hour. This, by the way, has been a Category 5 so long that it sets a new record for the longest lasting Category 5 on record in the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, or even the Eastern Pacific. So a record that we don't want to see, but another record from Irma. These numbers here, we're going to start talking more and more as we go forward in the coming days about these numbers. This number right here is going to be especially important because as the storm goes west, this number goes up. When that number gets to 80, that means that it's due south of the east coast of Florida, of Miami Beach, actually. And so as this number goes up, we're going to want the storm to hopefully be north of us or east of us, and we don't want that number to get to 80. But as we go through the days, and we'll talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, because I want everybody at home to know and have a sense of what's going on, and to also, from the information we're giving, feel like you can kind of prepare and just be a little bit calmer, because I know everybody is very, very excited about this, and many people are quite terrified, and rightfully so. Northwest, 20 miles north-northwest of St. Thomas right now. Once again, moving to the west-northwest at 16. There's the storm size right there. That's the radius of tropical storm force winds. That's about 300 miles or so across. Here is the future track, and here we are into the Thursday morning time frame approaching the coast of the Dominican Republic. Here is the Friday morning time frame here. This is the Turks and Caicos and the southeast Bahamas, where there could be a 20-foot storm surge. And as the storm's going, it's going to be pushing this big mound of water many feet deep along with it and ahead of it. So our tides cycles are going to get higher and higher and higher and higher in advance of this. And that will not be the storm surge. That will be just the tides coming up because of all the water it is pushing with it. Saturday time frame and Sunday time frame. Now I know this got a lot of everybody's attention this morning, seeing that Category 4 stamp so close to Miami. The way the Hurricane Center does it is they find the most reasonable point where they think the storm is going to be, and then they draw a circle, which is the average error over the last 5 years for all their storms at that point. So there's still a possibility it could be out here. That would be a bad case for the Bahamas, a better case for South Florida. There's still a chance it could go over here, a bad case for the Keys. Not as bad in South Florida, and there's also the possibility it could go right up through the middle of the cone there, and that certainly would be South Florida, Miami-Dade and Broward's worst case scenario. Category 4 is the forecast intensity here. Category 3, only reason it's weakened here is because the possibility is it goes over a little bit of land and weakens a little bit. There's also going to be a little bit of wind shear as it goes to the north. We've been talking about the models. I'm briefly going to touch on them, and then we'll spend more time with them. But you see many of the models showing this turn. This turn is going to be everything. The problem is We don't know exactly when or where that turn is going to occur. An earlier turn takes it to the east, a later turn takes it to the west of us, and a turn that's probably Saturday morning to Saturday night in that time frame could potentially take it to us. So we're going to be watching that very, very closely. In terms of timeline, this is the way it looks. Tomorrow, one more good day of weather, as well as Friday. Last day for preparations is Friday. Saturday, the winds and squalls begin to increase, and you're going to want to be where you're going to ride the storm out by probably about noon on Saturday, if not earlier.